What's up, guys, and welcome to Flashback. It's week 9 and the top 6 teams have already secured playoffs, so this week was all about the fight for first and the battle for the bye. Let's find out what happened. Even though they were both eliminated from playoffs, that didn't stop H2K and the Unicorns of Love from bringing out their best. But it was the Unicorns who showed up to play, and White Knight even styled on Kajal with some nifty footwork. From there, the Unicorns trampled H2K and easily galloped their way to a convincing win.
The alley-oop from Smitty J, that is not how we wanted this to end.
Then, it was a match that had potentially huge playoff implications as Schalke and Nilfia took on Splice. It was a closely contested early game, but after 34 minutes, Schalke finally took Baron and a momentum-shifting fight. And while Splice held on for dear life, Schalke eventually dispatched them with a masterful Elder Dragon that kept them firmly near the top of the table. After that, G2 were fighting to keep their dream of first place alive as they faced off against Giants Gaming. The early game was a back-and-forth brawl as both teams looked to make moves and take over. But it was big plays from Perks.
Oh my god.
And steady pressure from G2 that felled the Giants and kept G2 in the first place conversation. Next up, Fnatic looked to get one step closer to locking in first place against Roccat. It was an absolutely wild one right out of the gates as both teams just wouldn't
And he gets away with the double kill.
stop fighting.
All the way in and the long-range chain connects onto Northgaren.
And even when it looked like Fnatic was finally poised to take over the game, Roccat held their ground and kept their upset hopes alive.
And somehow, Roccat find the final fight they need and they take down Fnatic.
But Fnatic wasn't about to let Roccat stand between them and the top of the table, and Fnatic closed out the Cats to put themselves on the cusp of first place. After a 1-week absence, Misfits brought back playmaking support Mickey X to help tip the scales against Vitality in the match of the week. But it simply wasn't enough, as Misfits crumbled quickly against Vitality's calculated early aggression.
They set their sights on Mickey Hansama, the next target. The jump away, the stopwatch, Hansama. You're not going to survive for long!
Even with a few missteps along the way, Attila and the rest of Vitality cashed in on the struggling Misfits to emphatically state their case for second place. The teams went home to prep for the last day of the regular season, where we'd finally find out who would take the coveted top 2 spots in playoffs. First up on day 2 was Splice looking to finish the regular season strong against Giants Gaming. It was the Niski magic show all game long as he single-handedly made Giants disappear. And with their mid laner in playoffs form, Splice deleted Giants and ended the regular season with a clean win. Schalke were fighting for a chance at a playoff spot, but first they had to take care of business against H2K. Yet it was H2K who came ready and targeted Nuke Duck every chance they got on their way to building a 5k gold lead. And when Amazing got caught out, H2K warped into hyperdrive, taking the Baron, the Ace, and the game as they locked in another win to end the split H2K16. Misfits had a chance to move into a tie for second as they faced off against Roccat. Unfortunately for Misfits, Roccat got to work quick with a beautiful bot lane tower dive that sent Misfits reeling.
Northgaren was taking up the damage on Sama, going down to Hiku, and it looks like it is a Misfits bloodbath, and Northgaren saves the life of Memento. They get in, they get out with 3 kills.
With Misfits off balance, the Cats pushed the pace and had an answer for every move Misfits made. So it was only a matter of time before Roccat added another notch to their Kingslayer belt with a huge win to close out their year. Fnatic had outright first place in their sights as they went heads up against the Unicorns of Love. It was all going according to plan as Fnatic rocketed out to a quick lead. But all it took was one fight to kickstart the Unicorns' comeback.
Lamb just might buy some time. Look how low Fnatic are. That's 1, that's 2, that's 3. Unicorns of Love are crushing Europe's #1 team.
And with the game on the line, the Unicorns crushed Fnatic at Baron and took a wild upset victory to close out their split. With Fnatic losing to the Unicorns, G2 had a chance to face Fnatic in a tiebreaker for first if they could win against Vitality.
I asked Wonder yesterday, I was like, do you want to get the first place? And he was like, yeah, why not, you know?
But Vitality were still aiming for that second place tiebreaker, and they were on a mission from the start. They took the fight straight to G2 with aggressive shot calling. And Vitality rode their wave of momentum all the way to the finish line and crushed G2 for a dominant win that forced a day of tiebreakers on Sunday. After 2 days of intense matches, we had a round-robin, three-way tiebreaker between Team Vitality, G2 Esports, and Schalke 04 in the battle for the bye. Every game was closely contested and packed full of some of the best action of the split. But with the bye on the line, it was Vitality's revitalized roster that took home a clean 2-0 record to earn the bye and outright second place.
And Vitality have won the battle for the bye and booked their tickets to Madrid.
That meant G2 and Schalke were left to battle for third, and it was a bloodbath all the way through.
And they are getting demolished by G2. Chachi's gone with Din, gobbles up Nukeduck as well. Upset, can you do anything in this moment? He takes that one, he helps Nukeduck get the second, and Updeck comes up huge.
But when the dust eventually cleared, it was Schalke who emerged victorious and claimed third, while G2 dropped to fourth. And with that, playoffs are set. Fnatic and Vitality have secured their tickets for Madrid, and now the remaining 4 teams will fight it out for their chance to join them. Tune in on Friday, the 24th of August at 5:30 p.m. CEST when we kick off with the quarterfinals with a huge matchup between Schalke 04 and Splyce, followed by G2 and Misfits on Saturday. You won't want to miss it.